Recording in progress. There you go.
Perfect.
They work.
Perfect. All
Hi,
right.
team.
Hi, team. Hi, Jamaica and Dominican Republic team. How exciting.
The party is here. Oh my goodness. Hi, Carmen. What's up, Carmen?
Hey, the great news is that the chat box is working now.
Here.
It's working.
Third time's the charm, you guys. Third time is the charm. Hi, team.
We'll kick off in the 24 seconds. We just opened up the room a little early and then we'll get going. Thanks for being here, buddy.
I'm getting really good at one-handed typing. Howdy. I'm glad the chat.
Who is excited about the thought of being in Jamaica? I am. I wish I was there right now. Oh,
I know. I did.
Yeah.
Too. I'm excited. Oh, can they put a hand up? That's cool.
Hello, Meredith.
Guys, how are you?
Hi. Fantastic. Thank
Oh,
you.
now the party can start. The party can
Ah!
start.
I'm sorry I haven't been able to make the other two. It's been like crazy town around here. So
Well, we're glad you're here. It is start time. To respect everybody's time, we're going to get started. Everybody, welcome. And if you're just coming in, today is the third of our 3 information presentations. And it's really largely Q&A, well, with an asterisk, because we actually have a bit of really important, great information to share. First, let me make sure if this is your first time here, let's go around the room. Would you ladies please introduce yourself? Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. What else do you want me to say? I'm an ADHD content creator, and now I'm a event planner, retreat host.
Always evolving, aren't we?
I know.
Trina.
Yeah, I'm Trina Haynes. I'm the founder of My Lady ADHD and the podcast host of the My Lady ADHD podcast. It's a tongue twister. I also am co-owner, co-founder of ADHD Social along with Katie. You forgot to mention that one. And yeah, retreat host. So welcome everybody. And Meredith.
hi, I am Meredith. I'm Meredith Carder. I'm on Instagram as hummingbird_ADHD. I am an ADHD coach and creator. And other things. I can't think of the whole resume right here, but I will be joining the retreat to run a few workshops. So I am so excited to meet everybody.
Super cool. Thank you, ladies, for introducing yourselves. My name is Stuart Cohen. I'm a certified ADHD life coach and founder of ADHD Travel Retreats. And in case you're wondering, well, how come he keeps showing up on these webinars here? Well, that's because I'm just sort of the back of house guy. I'm just sort of putting the back, I'm the travel guy here, putting all the fine minutia details together, because when it comes to travel, I'm good with fine minutia because I want the experience to be easy and smooth and lovely. And most important, ADHD friendly. I will be there with you in Montego Bay and Punta Cana. However, you may not see me because I'll be behind the scenes, making sure everything is all set to go. Just want to let you know. So let's dig in. And Meredith, I thought we just needed to start off here because I don't know if you want to give us a super quick overview of the 2 workshops that you're preparing especially for the retreat.
Yeah, so I will be talking about understanding the impact of hormones on ADHD. So I'll be getting into some different life stages where your hormones fluctuate and how that influences your symptoms. We'll be talking about like perimenopause, pregnancy, postpartum, and really based on the group and who we have and what their needs are, we'll tailor the conversation to be most impactful. But it's really important for women with ADHD to recognize the impact and have some strategies for how we handle those fluctuations. And then I'm really excited about the other workshop on burnout, because I work with a lot of women clients with ADHD, and usually burnout is one of the main things we're working on. So I want you guys to come to this retreat get all relaxed, but then go home with some tools to be able to help your whole life be more relaxing and not be in that cycle of, I'm so burnt out, I'm going to go on this vacation and come home and get burnt out again. Like, we want to give you some tools to go home with so that your life just feels more comfortable overall.
I love that. I'm so glad, Meredith, that you added that these, you know, the goal is that the outcomes are sustaining, the new practices, the new rituals, the new mindset are sustainable. You can bring it home and it changes your life. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Please, Meredith, you got me and Katie all like crying over here. Just it's going to be so awesome. I'm already emotional about it. So
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I promise I won't cry during the whole retreat.
That's impossible.
I can't promise that.
That's impossible. Every time we show up to right before the webinar starts, the three of us are getting all weepy because of it's tears of joy as this comes together. And speaking of relaxing, and speaking of we can't wait to go, this is a huge announcement that we have another special guest who's going to be joining us, and she is going to be leading our own private yoga. She's going to lead the meditation. So whether it's EFT, which is tapping, or whether it's just, you know, regular meditation or yoga or stretching, she's going to lead our group activities together, group exercise, and one-on-one too. She's there for you, everybody. So I'm really excited. She's brilliant, she's gorgeous, and she's my wife. Full disclosure. So there you go.
We love
her. And she's really, really excited. All right. Now, I thought it was really important, right, that we just show you the booking process, what this looks like. We tried to make it really simple, ADHD friendly. So it's truly a two-step process. Starting on Friday, the 9th, we're calling it pre-registration. That's step one. That opens. It will close at the end of the day on Sunday, the 11th. Well, Stuart, why are you opening it and closing it? Because we need to take time to process all the bookings we've received, all the pre-registrations we received, and take really great care of everybody who jumped in right away. And remember, there is a little bit of it's like $50 off a room, right? That we built in as a little, you know, ADHDers sometimes need a little sense of urgency. So there you go. $50 is $50. So we hope you take advantage of it. And based on availability, we'll open it back up for additional bookings. Because right now we have so many people who have signed up to receive the newsletter, who have been on the waiting list, who have emailed us independently, interested and excited. We don't know what to expect. You know, I'm knocking wood as I say this, may it sell out quickly, because we want this to be that much of a great news story. So if you're unsure, if you're on the fence, really give it some thought. It may be sold out next Monday, or it may open back up. I don't know. So the basic information that we're going to collect during the pre-registration process is what you're simply going to do is click on a link either on the Get Lost Retreats website or the ADHD Travel Retreats website. It's not there yet. Don't go looking for it. It'll be there Friday morning. We're just going to ask you for the names. Now, listen up, everybody. Listen up. The name you provide in this form needs to be exactly how it appears on your passport. When I say exactly, I can't be any more specific than I mean exactly, because this is, unless you live in Jamaica or live in Punta Cana, the airlines won't even let you get on a plane for an international flight if there's one letter off. Trust me, I've been in the travel business a long time. I've received the cries of agony and pain, and I want to keep reminding you every minute of every day, be exact. We're also going to ask you for the DOB, the date of birth, as well for each guest. You will receive a confirmation email. So you can actually see what you've just entered, right, as a double check. Now, let's go to step two. Step 2, which is the week of June 12th, right? That next week, you'll receive a personal email that will have a link that is secure. It's provided by a secure third party and it's personalized. It's only your link because you'll see your information. It'll confirm all the details. So you have a nice sense of confidence. I'll be staffing the phones. If you got any questions or concerns, just call me or text me, and then just make your payment. And you'll look it over, confirm your booking details. That's the time to choose which travel insurance plan you want. Now, if you're a very frequent traveler, if you have sort of an annual 1 year, usually trip coverage that covers everything, all I ask is those details that has to be put on your record, or else you'll see the 2 options for travel insurance. Just think of it as part of your package, and it's a significant peace of mind, not only for you, but for us too, in case of the God forbid stuff you don't think could ever happen, even if it's lost luggage, right? But that's not going to happen, not going to happen. You just want to have a peace of mind and sleep soundly. There's one package that will offer you some cash back and a credit. There's another will give you everything, pretty much everything back. But I'm not the insurance guy. Read the details, make your choice. You could choose to pay the deposit at that time, or you can pay in full at that time. You're going to receive a reservation confirmation. That seals the deal, friends. Your reservation confirmation seals the deal, which means that you paid. So at this point, I want to stop. And if you would monitor the chat box here, and let's take questions to see what everyone has in their mind, questions or comments, please. And we're happy to review anything that you want.
Hey, I have a question while we're waiting to see if anything shows up in the chat that a couple of people have asked me.
Yes.
So the price is per room double occupancy, correct? So if someone is signing up with somebody else, is that just something that they'll be able to do when they get the payment link, or how does that piece work? What do people need to know about that?
That's a great question. So if you're going to be sharing a room with somebody that you know, okay, if you want the payments to be split in 2, or you know what I mean, in advance, let me know, and I'll make sure that we have 2 payment links that come to you. So each guest can pay their half, right? Now, this is an opportunity too to say that we have had requests for people who think they may not have a travel partner, although certainly they're excited. They're talking to their friends, they're talking to family, because somebody who's in your room, your guest doesn't necessarily have to be enrolled in the retreat. They can just come as your guest. And that's totally cool. We'll just need to know who's coming and who's not. But if you absolutely positively don't have somebody to travel with, that's cool. We're gonna end up putting you in some of a social opportunity, a virtual social opportunity. So perhaps you can find somebody else who's just like you, looking for somebody to share a room with. And we'll do the same thing there, Meredith. There'll be 2 payment links. Everybody pays their half. Does that work?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I actually see some questions here. One of the questions is, how much is the deposit? So the deposit is going to be $250 per person. And whether it's Montego Bay or Punta Cana, but truth be told, September is right around the corner. So while you'll have the option to pay $250 per person deposit, for Montego Bay, the full payment is going to be due like a couple of weeks later, the very end of June, probably right before July 4th weekend. I'm just putting the dot on that and crossing the T on that to give you as much time, but it has to be sent to the hotel, secure everything by a certain date. For Punta Cana, certainly you could pay the $250 per person deposit, and then you'll certainly have more time before the final payment is due. So that'll give you some more time to save money. So I hope that answers your question, Elizabeth. And I see Carmen has asked, are the registration dates you mentioned for both Jamaica and Punta Cana? They are both. That's an excellent question, Carmen. So basically, we're going to open up the pre-registration process this weekend for Montego Bay and Punta Cana at the same time.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, because if you get in on Punta Cana now, we haven't really started publicizing it as much yet. So you would definitely, I can't say definitely, but you would most likely be able to get a spot in Punta Cana if you registered this week, more likely now than in a month or two when we start hitting it a lot harder, promoting Punta Cana. So if you're thinking about it, you'd have like a much better chance of getting a spot, I think, if you book that one soon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. This is a great question, Serena. Is there a time on Friday that registration opens? Because I'm not a technical wizard and I don't know how to make it go live on the website at a certain time. And I don't know if you ladies do on your, Get Lost retreats. I'd like to be able to say that. That's a good question.
I could do it at a certain time on Get Lost retreats, and we'll figure that out. Do you want to do like 9, like
You tell me
9
what time.
a.m.? Yeah, I didn't even think about the time. We're all time blind. We'll just do it Friday.
I'm thinking
9 a.m.
midnight on the 9th. Like, let's go. Or yeah,
Want
like,
to? Let's do it.
What's
Yeah,
that?
let's do
What time?
midnight.
all these different
Good.
time zones and stuff.
Good question. Like that was one of the ones that, of course, we forgot that one because we're time blind a little bit. So
It's a great question. Thank you,
It
Serena.
is.
All right. So are you, if you
yeah,
commit to
let's do
midnight, that's 11 p.m. my time. There's, oh no, is it,
Oh,
is it midnight
oh.
Central Time? What time zone?
Oh Lord. See, now we got to deal with time zones, you guys.
How about this? How about this? Yeah, that's true. When you wake up in the morning on Friday, it'll be there. Then
Yeah,
again,
I don't
if
put
you're
you
in
guys up at
Australia,
midnight. I put you guys up at midnight registering for this. We're gonna let you sleep, and we're gonna do a normal time at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
Decision made. I don't want people up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Y'all need your rest.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm thinking about people, and we have some friends who are in Australia and
Yeah,
Europe
I know.
coming, but it's
No
okay.
time is gonna make everyone happy.
Yeah. Well, maybe if
It's
we go
hard.
over everything one more time, then people might have more questions that come up as well.
Okay. So it's confirmed, not 8 a.m. Eastern.
Mhm.
It will go live. So wherever you are in the world, and if that's a question that's going to come up, hey, can I go if I live in the UK? Hey, can I go if I live in New Zealand? The answer is yes. We'd love to have you. It's a really long flight. However, well, actually from the UK, it's not terrible, not too terrible. Or from Canada, wherever, that's the time it'll go live. Thank you. Any other questions? Would you like us, does anybody like us to run through the prices and the inclusions again? Or we can go around and we can just take a few moments to share what we're most looking forward to, because we don't want to keep you here any longer than we need to. We're here for you to answer your questions, to help you make that final decision. I'm in, and which one?
So exciting.
I think we've done a pretty good job of giving the information out. That's impressive.
Yeah. And we do have 2 other recordings if you missed either of the last 2 Zooms that have all like the hotel information and everything that's included. If you wanted to look back at those, there's recordings on our website, getlostretreats.com. You can see those there. But you can always just reach out to any one of us if you have any questions.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would love a run through because it gets me excited to see
Okay.
what we're gonna be doing, and
Yeah.
I want to.
Oh, look, I forgot the last click there. You will, when you complete your booking, we'll make sure that, and I'm really happy. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Trina, from ADHD Social. You're going to get the link for the private ADHD social group. So it'll be a special retreat group. So you'll get to meet everybody before you get there, which I think is kind of cool.
So fun.
Okay, so let's just run through this real quick, everybody. Your exclusive, I call it a super inclusive package. So this is Montego Bay. and it's a junior suite, ocean view for two. So, clearly when you see the price points are pretty close, but I think Montego Bay is really amazing price point. They're both really amazing. Montego Bay is super attractive. Hotel taxes are included, all the meals. And I don't know if you've gone to the website yet to look at the different restaurants that Secrets offers. There are multiple restaurants. So the beautiful part is if you have any food requests, vegan, pescatarian, pescatarian. Yeah. Did I say that right? Pescatarian? Yeah, fish. Yeah. I don't know. That was it. Okay. Here we go. Focus, Stuart. Drinks, pools, beach, activities, entertainment, free Wi-Fi, everything that the resort includes naturally. We will provide transfers to Secrets from MBJ, which is the airport of Montego Bay, Sangster International Airport. There'll be a meet and greet. It will probably be me there. So you'll see a smiling, happy face saying, hey, welcome. You're here. You made it. A private hospitality desk back at the resort. If you have any issues, questions, concerns, welcome reception, daily group gatherings with Trina, Katie, and Meredith. Now, the exact agenda, we haven't done the exact agenda yet. Just know that we'll probably meet, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, probably look at meeting probably after breakfast. Nothing too crazy, an hour or two, couple hours. We want it to be fluid. And if you want to sleep in, right? We don't want, this is not a meeting, a conference. It's a retreat.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very fluid.
Very, very, very fluid. And, oh, that was weird. Everybody disappeared. Oh, now you're back. Thank you. That's what happens when I push buttons at random. And also, the yoga, because we have our own yoga instructor, how cool would it be to do sunset yoga? Or even if you're an early bird, do sunrise yoga on the beach. That'd be super cool. So there's your price for Montego Bay, $25.99. That's per room. So cut that in half so you know the per person price. Let's see if we go here. In Montego Bay, we've already announced the special excursions we have planned. These will be private just for our group. In Punta Cana, we have not picked the exact excursions yet, but in Montego Bay we have, and these will be private for our group. We're going to go to this beautiful, really gorgeous bird sanctuary. And if you don't want to go, you can opt out. I would just ask you, we'll let you know what the deadline is to opt out. And I'm curious if anyone has ever climbed Dunn's River Falls. It is a lifetime memorable, really cool experience. One of those things where it's like a badge of honor. We did it and it was super cool. That's included, and transfers. Remember, please make sure your air, which we're not doing any air. That's up to you, friends, where to fly into, and things also not included, spa services, but we will give you a discount for the spa. Gratuities are paid for at the resort, so you're under no obligation to tip anybody at the resort. It's already been prepaid for you. However, if somebody does something extra special and sweet, you can leave them a couple of bucks. It's up to you. And somebody did ask, do we need to do a money exchange? And the answer is no. Because at the resort, when you check in, you're going to put a credit card on file. So if you do use the spa or purchase anything or if you take a motorized water sport where there's a fee, it just goes to your room charge. And when it comes to gratuities, whether it's Jamaica or Punta Cana, they're used to tourists coming in and tipping in their local currency. So don't sweat it. Not going to be an issue. And of course, the mandatory travel insurance, that's an approximate fee. I can't guarantee that. You'll see when you go to do your make your actual reservation next week what the rate would be. Here is the little incentive just to get her done so you can start making your packing list and tell your friends and getting them jealous. It's $50 off if you book that weekend of June 9, 10, 11. Get it done. So you can say, I'm going to Jamaica, I'm going to Punta Cana. And if it's not reserved through ADHD Travel Retreats, I added all the components up separate, and that's what I got. And that's the truth. So this is it's a really good deal. It really is. Let's switch gears real quick and let's talk about Punta Cana, Royal Beach, Punta Cana at Secrets. We have actually two options for you to pick from: the Junior Suite Tropical View or the Junior Suite Partial Ocean View. It's a funny name for a room, right? Partial ocean. It's not as if they're only going to show you half the ocean. It's probably not, you're not directly facing the ocean. It's probably going to be in a bit of an angle. So it's entirely up to you, but obviously they get a premium for it because it affords an upgraded view. Same thing, taxes, meals, drinks. And here, by the way, you are a few steps away from Dreams Resort. So we have full access to the restaurants and the activities at Dreams. Back in Montego Bay, or Mo Bay, as the locals say, we will have full access to Secrets Wild Orchid. Secrets, did I pronounce orchid correctly? Did I say orchid right? Yeah. It's like, is it conch or conch? We'll find out when we get down to the Caribbean, because they'll tell us what's right and wrong. Of course, the welcome reception, daily group gathering. So pretty much, you know, we want to keep, right, ladies, want to keep the agenda pretty much the same because I think it's a winner. And Meredith, you're going to be with us at both, and Kimberly will be with us at both. So there you go. Again, we have not finalized that. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to say is that can be a conversation, ADHD social, right? And hey, what do you think of this? Because they have zip lining, they have these really cool, beautiful tours, really cool. And they were so great. It was really hard for you to decide which ones. So open it up and see if there's, you know, take a vote. Air is not included into Punta Cana International, which is PUJ. Same deal, items of a personal nature. Gratuities at the resort have been prepaid, but for your drivers and for your tour guides. And it's same thing with the mandatory travel insurance. Same deal with the opportunity to get $50 back in your pocket if you do the pre-registration this weekend. And please know that if there's somebody who happens to be at the resort and they go, oh, look, I know Katie, I know Trina, or I know Meredith, because they're, you know, they're superstars online, I'm going to go. No, sorry. This is truly an exclusive private event. So you can't just show up. We need to know that you're there, book through us so we can take very good care of you. And that's the recap. And anything else you want to add, or are there any questions before we say good night? Or good morning, depending where you are.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm counting the days already.
Good.
Same. Yeah. We're just we're grateful you guys are here. I'm just the fact that we're all doing it together is just the coolest thing for me. The dream team.
Okay. And let me just say this one other thing is that the website with all details, terms and conditions, all the details. I tried to have it ready for you today. I did, couldn't. It'll be ready tomorrow. You'll see it. I know we'll be communicating with you. Please make sure you're following, if you're not already following Katie, Trina, or Meredith, because you're probably at least following the three of them, or at least one, because we'll announce when that website goes live with all the specific details. And oh, wait a minute, we do have the PDF, the one page. And did we upload that onto your site? Is it there? I didn't put it on my site. So I'll tell you
No,
what.
it'll be up there. It can be up there by the end of the night. I just haven't put that up. We just finalized that. So yeah, I can have it up there here shortly. But if you go later on tonight, there'll be a PDF that's like a one sheet that lays everything out. It's very ADHD friendly. It's got everything on one page. And that'll be up there tonight on getlostretreats.com. I'll put that up here right after this call.
Terrific. Yep. At one page, piece of cake, real easy, nothing fancy, just the facts, Jack. And I'm going to put it on ADHD Travel Retreats too. So you have that to print out and to review and send to your friends and family. And if there's nothing else, we can do a 30-second countdown. And that's 20 seconds. Meredith, anything to add?
I don't have anything to add, but I'm so excited. I have done 2 trips that were like ADHD focused. And for those of you guys listening, if you haven't done a trip where you're there to meet with a bunch of people with ADHD, you are in for like one of the most amazing experiences of your life. There really is so much. I'm like having a hard time finding the words. Like it's hard to describe how comforting it is to talk to people and have them get where you're coming from and not have to mask. And I also love that Trina and Katie are going to host this private group before the retreat, because I bet a lot of people are like, I'm going to show up not knowing anyone. But by the time we get there, you guys are probably going to have already made friends and connections. So I think that's going to be super special too.
Cool. That was great. I'm glad you added that.
I couldn't
Just
agree
so
more.
excited I had
Yeah.
to.
No, it's perfect. That's perfect. All right.
Awesome.
There we go. Ladies, have a wonderful evening. Everybody who's joined us, thank you. If you have any questions, you know where to find us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.